Oops. What's going on, guys? We're back. No player deaths so far, but we're getting there here at the package. It's our bi-weekly patron game, and Tim and Jason and Adam, thank you guys so much for your support on Patreon. Oils the machine, keeps it going, lets us do all this cool stuff, lets me chase you with wolf people monsters, and really, is that not the dream? Is that not what we all aspire to do? Jason, you're first.
Okay. So we did our preparations, hopped on the magic carpet, spent a couple days doing the careful insertion into the area. When we got close to the targeted area, our magic carpet suddenly decided it didn't want to be magic anymore. So we landed, and once we landed and started to look around the area, we were attacked by a group of mutated werewolf-like creatures, kind of. And the first thing they did was take potentially our biggest, baddest fighter and, can you say bacon snack?
It's bacon!
Pretty much. All that time I told everyone, do not bring bacon as a snack. Well, he was one. So since then we ran, did our best not to die or get eaten, and got up to the mansion we were going for. It's surrounded by a fence. I, with a little bit of help, managed to pick the lock, and now there's a great pool of darkness moving our way. And at that point, I will let the next person.
All right, fair enough. You got that hero point. Oh, great pool of darkness. You are next.
So, start at the beginning. I got a really nice ring that makes me harder to hit. We jumped on the magic carpet that is now left in the forest because of, from what keyword I can only assume is some sort of anti-magic field. I fairy fired one of the wolf human lycanthrope, because that's the way it was described to me with my perception check. It's like a wolf got human lycanthrope, like that word that is not coming out of my mouth in the correct
You're good at the
syllables.
numbers, I'm good at the words. Together we form an actual human.
And then we had a bit of a not chase scene, and then I became a Dementor, and I'm running towards the party, sucking the light out of everything that they love and hold dear.
Oh, maybe there's going to be saves involved. Fair enough. So is anyone else thinking Magic Carpet Ride by Steppenwolf? I'm not. I was not.
Yeah, that's because you're too young.
That's because I'm too young. 27 is young in this party. It's weird. I'm okay with it. It's good for my ego.
I'm the baby here.
You are the baby at I think 2021. I know it was said 23. At some point. 23. Little wee baby. And everyone else is full grognard status, whereas I'm caught in that awkward middle that you often find in gaming groups, where it's either everyone's in their low 20s or upper 30s. Been here since Thaco! Thank you very much. Anyway, speaking of grognards, Tim.
Yeah. All right, I think I can do better than I did last time.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it just happened.
It didn't just happen, it happened a week ago, totally.
Yeah.
Diminished expectations. Diminished expectations.
Accurate.
So we got equipped up with new stuff. And then we headed out on the magic carpet ride. And then the literal rug got pulled from underneath us. And immediately we were set upon by half dire wolf, half human thingamabobbers, who immediately eviscerated the biggest, baddest of us. I went all stealthy because I do that, and ran toward the mansion that we were attempting to get to, and I saw everybody like huddled up next to the door that they were trying to unlock. So I was like, I don't really feel like getting attacked by these wolves should they see me, so I'm just gonna climb over it. And so I did, and then helped him disable it from the inside. And we did, and then our other companion decided to go all shapeless or shapeless black mist or whatever that is, and run toward us, and that's where we are.
And that is literally where we pick up. Take your hero points. The
How's your
wolves.
feet?
The wolves carry.
Tell me that was the last one.
What? Yeah, that was considerably better. You did forget about your feet, and they hurt. And that was bad, but whatever. It's fine. You're good. I forgive you. The female skinwalker's cries echo out in the night as she's hauled off. Aja yells something in Kellish that no one understands. I'm about 90% sure, as the sounds of the aberrant wolf creatures fade into the background and the deeper darkness crosses the threshold. Your tokens are on the board, technically where they are, and like the edge of the board over here is where the gate is. Right now, it should be only the Reaper with line of sight, because only the Reaper has dark vision. But I'll set everybody where the tokens are so you don't have to fumble around in the dark to find them.
So, I guess one question is, do we wait the half hour, or do I throw the kunai away?
You can dispel it. It's a free action to dispel an ongoing effect, I'm pretty sure. Free or standard.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And the deeper darkness fades. Now it's only normal darkness, and only you have line of sight.
Hi! That was fun. We should not hang out with those people again.
The Reaper can see that the gate does stand wide open. The lock is basically just a padlock. It's popped open, and you guys have moved in.
I go attempt to close said gate.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do so. Everybody hears the gate shut.
Do you have the Skyrim perk for wax keys?
I do not.
Trin?
Skyrim.
Okay, I made a joke. It fell on its face.
It did.
Low charisma, guys. Hi.
Talking to someone who's a little more than double your age.
Skyrim's not that new. It's like 10 years old. Ish.
It's been reprinted like 7 times at this point.
Okay.
It's a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
Skyrim, Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim came out in like the late 90s. It is way older than 10 years.
Skyrim did not come out in the late 90s. That's 11, Tim.
Scrolls
Really?
came out
Yeah.
because you have Oblivion and Morrowind, but Skyrim came out in like
You're right.
2007,
I was thinking,
2008.
The same thing, though, right?
What?
Words.
I am confusion. Game.
Yeah. Anyways, do you have the ability to open this lock again?
Yes, it'll take me a moment, but
Okay, I
Yes.
locked the damn thing
Okay.
from the inside.
And it is locked. The chain, you can pull the chain around so the lock faces you guys.
before you lock it, what was the name of the Ifrit?
His name is Aja.
Yell for him. Do we still hear sounds of combat going on? Because I'm not just going to leave the guy to die if I don't have to.
You yell for him, and at this point, like, the sounds of the wolves and his lieutenant hauled away bloody, and he himself have faded into the night. It would seem that the 3 of you were alone.
I have a better question.
Oh, good.
Do you have the ability to fight the wolves? Because they weren't doing anything to them.
I do have a ace in the hole that I can try, but again, I don't want to try this just yet. And sorry, aside, I would have. Well, I guess I'll just tell you in character right now. Because of my research, I've come up with a extract that will change the way I look and make me a lot stronger. So if I suddenly look like I'm partially made of large rocks, don't worry.
Are you an Oread?
He's not about to fall and cause everyone to die.
No, it's just a little something I whipped up in case things go bad.
Fair enough.
So, why don't one of you super sneaky people take point, and I will prep my blowpipe and get ready to dunk a dart in the drow sleeping poison if need be.
Fair enough. So it's super relevant that right now Myriad and Trin have 0 line of sight. It's dark vision only, unless somebody has a light source.
I'd have a couple candles.
Okay. You can light one of those. I'll put a light on you. It's like a torch, basically.
Yep. And I do have glow
I
light.
just lick my fingers and go, boop. That's resources. Here, have this.
The candle
And
is put out. Oh, sad.
I just extend my hand, and 4 little balls of light float around your head
As per the light spell.
as dancing lights.
As dancing lights, fair enough. Boom. That's resources. Here's my resources at will. Okay. Initiative is over. You guys can move pretty much however you want to move, but first let's get perception checks, if we could.
Now I understand why everyone hates drow nobles.
Why?
Because if you want to be an asshole, you can be an asshole.
No, don't do that. Do it my way. My way's on like a 50-point buy. Okay, so there are immediately. It's kind of hard to see from like. Well, no, you guys can see him. Where the Reaper is standing right now, there's a window. There's a window on the other side of this like stone patio as well. But the glass is thick enough and possibly made with maybe some kind of like minor enchantment that the light doesn't penetrate the glass. But there is in fact a window there as well as a door right here. I've been told in Doomsday Dawn one too many times that I have to not be the goth kid and I can't just throw black at everyone because you can't see where I'm clicking. Right there. There's basically the big swinging front door of the mansion. And again, thanks out there to the Ghost Patron Chris Ward for making all these sweet maps for me so you guys can die horribly to werewolves in them. The place is pretty big, but it also, all 3 of you can tell that, like, it's pretty evident that no one's been here in a while. There's almost like a faint layer of dust on the door and the windows as well. Even like go up to the window and like scrub it down with your like the heel of your hand. You still can't see through it because magic's
Protective penumbra.
Yeah, something like that.
Penumbra.
It's a house of vampires. No, it's not. That would be good though. That'd be real good. It's a house of people who work the night shift.
Right.
It might be a warehouse.
It's Tim's house.
Aha. WERE house, perhaps?
It's a giant mimic. That's what it is. That's the surprise here. Also, you guys can hear, as time passes, the sounds of the not wolves begin to approach the mansion again, and one of them actually does kind of like move forward, snarling up to the gate as it pushes its snout through there's probably enough space between the wrought iron bars for like a medium creature to get its arm through.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was thinking you might fox out and go through. But when the wolf hits it, there's like almost as if it hits a net. You can see something like push against, like a crisscross pattern push against its nose, and it pulls back.
Oh, good. So that wouldn't have worked anyway.
That was the response, yes, but it didn't work. So
Okay, I don't feel so.
Myriad would know off Myriad's perception check as well that the fence itself doesn't seem to be protection from lycanthropes so much as protection from shape changers, which is why it hurt you to run up it. What do?
Open.
Okay.
Okay, the door is locked. Myriad tries to open the door.
Okay, pick lock.
Okay.
This is interesting. This is dynamic lighting.
It is.
Pick lock.
The door opens. And yeah, sometimes when there's not a grid to snap to, my carpal tunnel and I will cause a little bit of things to break through, but you won't be able to see anything, so it'll be fine. Except for this, because the door opens.
Woo!
Okay.
Let people in.
How polite of you.
Of course, the person who should go in first is the drow noble who can see in the dark.
Yeah.
You can see now.
You are the light source. Dancing Lights was cast on you.
Yes. But dancing lights also means dancing targeting.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. You're so right. Vision is a two-way street. Okay, you guys enter. It's a pretty expansive hallway. Those rugs look, although it's very dusty, like they're probably worth quite a bit of money. Like they shine off the dancing light as if they were woven with golden thread.
Here's side rooms.
Several doors.
What's that?
Let's make a perception check. Okay. Could you show me on the board exactly which that you are referring to?
The bat that I'm standing on.
Oh, that's just a simple bench.
Okay.
Not a whole
You
lot
can
of
tell if it
much.
was bat or a chest.
It's not a chest.
No, da.
Nope, no Legend of Zelda here. But you also would see there's a door here, there's a door here. There's a door here, there's a door back. Yeah, there's a door here. Several doors. There's a door here. Life has many doors, said boy.
What about here?
No, yeah, there's a door there. There's a door there too.
Okay. Gentlemen, let's
Are
come
these
up
doors
with this.
too?
There's a door right there. Yeah, you just walked into a door. And there's two doors, like, immediately on your left and right.
Actually, kind of cool. I can't walk into the darkness.
You can't. That's the one thing I like about Roll20 over Fantasy Grounds is the dynamic lighting. Though the mask is a thing, dynamic lighting's real, like, despite the fact that I will often miss corners and there will be a little bit of, like, boop that you can see through. And dynamic lighting is very fire and forget, and I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you want to
Let's,
just start at the beginning?
yes, let's start from the door. Right-hand side, gentlemen. Or, sorry, the door is up here, right?
I don't know. This looks like a door and
Oh.
a pathway.
That is a door that is open. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, then let's go there. Is it open or closed?
It's hanging open right now.
Okay, that's not the door back to the outside.
Right. This door also is still open, which leads to outside.
Yes. Is there any... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut the door behind us.
Okay, that seems wise.
Once Myriad gets in.
Yeah,
Don't forget to lock the door.
Yes, the entrance from the outside. Okay. Now the next door. Okay.
So as you guys are moving through, the Reaper can see as He crosses right here. Oh, I'm not on. I drew a line. We didn't want that. We wanted this. As you cross right there, you cross that window that you couldn't see through, and the vision blocking is one way. You can see out that window back from where you once were just fine.
One-way mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I see the
Okay.
bedroom.
Yeah. Well, it's up here by the Reaper.
Make perception checks. The only way to find out.
I am consistent.
You are consistently horrible. For once, it's Jason that's carrying the weight. If Myriad would like to throw a perception check at the board, he may as well.
Oh, yeah.
They may as well. That's because there's many forms. Boom! Okay, so I'm glad I asked for that. Okay, so Hatsumi is too busy looking around at everything, like kind of just shaken up by the events previous. Trin sees that, like, more or less, you guys have come upon a big open, like, almost like an apartment adjacent to, like, the mansion prior. There's a bedroom over here. There's a little table over here, a little, like, bookshelf type thing that's hanging out here, as well as a little side room over where you imagine, like, a private privy might be. There's nothing, no one's here. Everything has a lot of signs of general disuse. You guys would also see the dancing lights does penetrate the window here, like, proving basically the one-way mirror aesthetic you had thought of before. The big hangout is when Myriad comes in and starts looking around. This rug over here, it pings against their mind unnaturally. It kind of almost makes Myriad, like, sick to their stomach for a second. You can't formulate it all. The three of you know there's a pretty big mental block right now after all of the events and things, but this symbol on this carpet here looks not unlike the Hermian flag. It's just been altered. It's the gold is gone. It's been replaced with a black. The white background is turned red, and it's twisted to form, like, more of a complete diamond as opposed to just one, like, dragon going across.
It's like mirrored
Yeah.
4 dimensions or 4 directions. Let's stay back from the rug for the moment, gentlemen. Let's check this room very quickly. Okay, anything of note in here?
A privy.
A privy.
That's someone's private bathroom.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to keep everywhere I go. I do also have trap sense
Mm-hmm.
and trap finding. So
Okay. Sounds good. You're pretty confident there's no traps here. That no one's been here in long enough. Like, you would expect a smell as you go in that room. You don't smell anything. It's been abandoned for a while.
okay.
The bookshelf that you're passing there on your left has pretty much anything you could want in terms of, like, the general sciences of the present tech level. So basically, like, alchemy, the beginnings of, like, metallurgy, and where it mixes with magic as well. Like, the formulas for, like, a couple of wizard cantrips might be in there if you looked hard enough, and, like, the basic magical theory. Kind of like, almost like a kid's bedroom, like somebody who's, like, junior high, freshman year of high school, that kind of thing.
Okay. So nothing really worth my while, but
Again, maybe, like,
so.
if you looked hard enough, like, a cantrip that you didn't have, because as an investigator, you can, well, actually, I forget if alchemists get cantrips, because that's
No,
where we hang. Oh, never mind. You do not.
But
you
I
get no
can't.
cantrips.
Some cantrips can be turned into oils.
Oh, yeah. that is fair. That you could do.
So,
You might be able to find like a thing.
Gentlemen, do you want to continue searching, or do you want?
Yeah, we can try
Do you
and
mind if I can
see if there's something there.
ruffle through this real quick?
There we go.
It's about the same for Myriad. You begin like pulling out books like Biology 101, Arcane Magic 101, that kind of thing. It's basically this is the private apartment of a little rich kid.
Okay.
Best way to put it.
Oh,
So, what would you like me to roll to see if I find anything useful?
I'll do it the same way I do my full casters when they have spell books. Here's a D4. Boom. There you go. Well done. 4 cantrips that can be converted to oils, your choice.
Okay.
I'm a very generous person when it comes to my people with spell books and formula books. And so is the RNG. RNG was also kind to you.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's look at the rest of this place. Being very careful not to step onto the carpet.
Yeah, now that Myriad has pointed that out, because I'm assuming, unless you say otherwise, everyone points out things. It's when you look at that, you get a little uneasy.
I want to take a hard look at it. Spellcraft, perhaps?
Sure. Can do.
Okay. Sorry, once again, the wonders of multitasking on a small screen.
I heard that. I don't know what I'd do without my second monitor. What's up,
would
Tim?
knowledge, ability, or local be of help with that?
Both could probably be reasoned out, yeah. Okay. Everyone vomits dice everywhere. Okay, so with a spellcraft check, the rug is definitively not magical. It simply just carries an insignia, and it looks a lot like the Hermian flag, just slapped on a red circular rug and mirrored back and forth. The local checks, you guys put your brains together. The nobility doesn't ping other thing than, oh, that looks like that gold dragon there, except it's been changed a bunch. And it's the only source of revulsion with that spellcraft check is to confirm that, like, you guys have had your memories modified, so you don't remember, like, everything from, like, before session 1, and a lot of session 1 itself is pretty hazy to you.
I can use all knowledges untrained.
That you can. Putting the local together with all of you, it's shadow organizations exist. You guys are all pretty smart, and that seems to be what you're looking at.
Okay.
Whether that means like it's in like a direct opposition to Hermia or someone within the Hermian government, that remains to be seen. But the resemblance is so canny that it has to mean something.
Okay. Gentlemen, do we want to search this room thoroughly before we move on?
I feel like we have.
Okay.
The only thing that we really haven't looked at is the bedroom, but it definitely this room may not hold answers that we seek, but somewhere in this house, I'm almost positive is going to be something.
Understood. Part of me wants to make sure we don't leave anything behind us. But our footprints alone are evidence of our passage. I'm assuming the floors are dusty enough that...
That's a fair assessment, yeah. You are definitely leaving footprints, yeah.
I don't know. Am I a Tolkien elf or?
No, you have weight. You're basically a Tolkien elf, but you're not weightless.
Yes, but you're not a good Tolkien elf.
Lowercase t.
Lowercase t.
Similar
Oh.
yet distinct.
So
Okay, you're a token
that
elf.
we haven't checked. We check that. No reason not to.
Yeah. Okay, so quick search area, anything we find?
That would be specifics plus perception checks.
Okay.
Mm.
Nothing under the rugs. Checking rugs, checking drawers.
Bedroom.
One thing, actually, with Hatsumi's perception check is the door to the bedroom, and well and truly all of the doors in the mansion, based on what you're seeing so far, up except for the front one, which opens like a regular door. Oh, Myriad. We'll resolve that in just a second. Got it.
No, we're not.
Good. Welcome. Great. They don't open out, the doors do, except for the front one. They open like side to side. And the doors themselves, as they appear to be made like as part of the wall, and all of the walls are essentially just like a solid piece of dark wood.
Okay.
So the doors are pretty damn sturdy. But also, as you move the door to the bedroom, it's a little, maybe from disuse, maybe from like something on the inside of the wall, like the track that causes the door to move, it's a little shaky in such a way that some of the doors might stick as you're moving them. Whether that means they stick open or stick shut remains to be seen, but the three of you together maybe could hack down a dark wood door this thick with great effort and exertion, but it would take a lot of time.
So the bedroom door is closed?
The bedroom door is open. You are capable of opening and closing it, but there's a little hitch.
If there's a hitch and it's giddy up.
Pretty much. Mr. Foxworthy. I think. One of the blue-collar boys.
Yeah, it sounds like a Foxworthy thing.
It does.
Okay. Just
Here
make it.
to sign.
Are
A
you
little bit
that,
of
Mr. Ingval?
That's Bill Engvall.
Yeah. You can tell we're all from basically the same part of the world.
That perception check was for the bedroom. We're gonna go into the bedroom and check it out.
Sure. So as Myriad moves through, he notices the door too, and he like quickly realizes it's not a good idea to pull it a whole bunch, because the door may very well stick open or stick shut. In the bedroom itself, though the bed on the board appears like it was recently slept in, it has not been. But the sheets are like, if you guys had a little more carrying. Oh, you might have glitched through the lighting. We're over here right now. I'll move everybody into that room.
Okay.
Shabam! I only learned how to do that recently. So, if you guys were to be able to take the rugs, which clearly are made with gold thread, the nicest, like modern R-level sheets, if you had the carrying capacity to move all this back to Almas, you'd be rich beyond anything. But there seems to be nothing important in here. The bed is certainly soft, and it's big enough to support two of you. Possibly three if you were to jam yourselves in it, or someone sleeps at the foot in such a way that combine that with the door that's open, close, and real thick, that this is probably a pretty safe place to sleep. Though that door is probably going to open and close only a few more times.
Okay. Nothing under the rug. Check the desk area or whatever this is.
So what I'm hearing, the two of them are gonna sleep on the bed, and then I'm gonna go Fox, and then sleep at the foot of the bed.
You could do that.
But
there's nothing under the rug. In the desk, there's basic writing implements, paper, pen, or not a pen, but like a pen and an inkwell. Yeah, nothing super special jumps out, other than the fact that it dawns on all of you that this is a safe place to rest, and that door is real sturdy, but is probably only opening and closing a couple of times.
One last thing. Good look at the door. Is it sticking us perhaps from damage? There's a door. Okay.
There's
There's a
definitely a door there. It's hard to say. It could be
Yeah.
from just like misuse. It could be from time. It could be from to say it one way, a myriad of things. But one thing you can determine is it's like when it sticks, it's gonna stick inside the wall. So like, well, not like the door inside the wall, but like the sticky part will be inside the wall in such a way that it'll be impossible for you guys to fix.
So
Short of hiring like a sprite to fly in there and do something about it, which is you can't do that right now.
I touch it and cast levitate and go to move it. Does it make it easier to move?
It does not. It's completely flush with the wall. Levitating it doesn't cause. There's no ability for it to move except for like this way, and it still like is dragging against things on both sides of it.
Okay.
All right, well, let's just leave that alone until we need to do something. And then,
It's not a factor of it has heavy weight on old rusted track.
Right.
basically, we need to call it a night while we're still in here. That seems like a really good place to go.
Or a place like if Trin needs to stop and re-prepare his formula or switch around and stuff like that. And again, like shutting the door if those wolves should find a way past the fence and get into the mansion somehow, it's probably pretty defensible.
Not the worst place for a last stand, but
Pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to designate, I think I'm going to designate Adam as you are moving through rooms. If you wish to shut a door, except for the front door, which I've shut, draw a line through the door to indicate that it has shut. I guess I don't have to designate Adam. Everyone can do it. Just make sure there's a consensus. No, it's open. No, it's shut. Now it's broken. Ha ha.
Now we have door closing resources.
okay.
I'm pretty sure I told you guys straight up in the session 0 that we were playing the first Resident Evil.
That doesn't mean a whole lot to
It means you can only get to the safe rooms so many times. Eventually that door breaks. Until Wesker shows up and fixes it, but that's a mechanic I'm not... I fixed all the doors for you. Get out of here. I called Tim the Tool Man. Anywho.
Oh,
Okay. So are there any doors off of this room area that we have not checked?
They're not. Only...
Oh,
technically the window, but... I mean, that's on you guys.
yeah.
that goes to the wall.
That window goes to hot. It goes to outside.
Yeah. Okay, let's
head back out this way.
Okay.
Maybe go up instead of down.
You could.
yes. Sorry about that,
You're
folks.
fine. It is what it is. Dynamic lighting is funny. So Myriad wishes to open this door here?
Yep.
Alrighty.
That works.
We'll do that. And here is what happens. Everybody stop moving. You come... Nope, no you don't. Things have happened. You open the door. I think everybody has line of sight to it. Myriad,
No.
or rather, no, stop it. You're there when this happens. You guys come into a kitchen. Sitting at the table is... At first, it's kind of slumped forward. It appears to be just a very shaggy human man, but as the door opens, it kind of like jerks to life. Almost like a marionette whose strings have been pulled up. It just up. The creature itself looks... It's like those wolves from outside, as if a humanoid had contracted lycanthropy, but could not... Yeah, initiative will be rolled, but give it a second. But, like, the process hadn't quite gone all the way through. In the case of this one, you imagine that the process outright killed the humanoid, and somehow it's come back in unlife. It rises from the table, the chair it was sitting in falls back, and yes, initiative will be rolled. So everyone has one move action or one standard action, and the Reaper is first. Who now probably also sees, just barely sees the token.
I see the edge of a token.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this guy.
You hear it as it stands up. It moans kind of like a zombie, kind of like a wounded dog. A strange amalgamation of both.
It's a wounded Zog.
I guess I will 5, 10, 15, 20. Sure, I will 5 foot over. I said I will 5 foot over.
Okay, so you have one move or one standard in a surprise round, so then it would go to, after you use your move action, it goes to Myriad.
Okay.
What?
Yep, because this is a surprise round. Because I natural one.
But a 5 foot step isn't a move action.
It is, though.
It's a free action.
It's a move action, but like it's like the only, it counts as your move action, and you can only move 5 feet.
Can I prepare an attack as a move action, as one of my?
You could ready an attack. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna ready an attack for when he inevitably comes our way.
Alrighty, Trin, what you got?
Dip the blowgun dart in the drow poison and shoot him.
All right, roll the hit.
That's not
And
What?
say, I'm not sure if there was any reason to dip it in poison, but okay.
It's undead.
It has been declared. It's kind of undead. Kind of aberrations is the name of the game.
Oh, we don't know exactly what it is yet.
That's
Right.
fair.
It's
Fair.
why I'm thinking.
Makes sense. A 15 does hit.
Okay.
So
I always
good.
thought move actions were free actions that prevented you from taking the move action to move.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure a 5 foot step counts as your move action. But it's like there's like a special like caveat in there that you can still full attack and things of that nature. Anyway, go ahead and roll damage if you would, Jason. 1d3 plus nothing, I guess. I guess you don't
No,
add.
5 foot step is definitely a free action. You can take a withdraw action as an action.
Okay, in that case, after this, we'll let Reaper do a thing.
D3 or D4?
1d. I'm pretty sure it's a d3. A blowgun is. It might be a d4. If you have it written down, you know better than I do.
I don't, but I do have it where I can pull it up very quickly.
Okay.
Let's see.
D2.
D2. Cool.
D2.
All right, fair
Yep.
enough.
So I'll go with a D4. 1 or 2 is a 1. 3 or 4 is a
Is a 2.
2.
Gotcha. Okay, so you definitely connect with the
Thunk.
creature, but the dart, as it hits it, it kind of just bounces off. You can see the poison wasn't used because it didn't. I'm about 90% sure drow poison is. I'm gonna double check it to be sure. Drow poison is injury poison, not contact. If it's contact, he was exposed. If it's injury poison, he took no damage from the attack, and it kind of just flumps down. Yeah, it's an injury poison. That's what I thought. Okay, so still coated in drow poison, the dart lays on the ground. The creature almost like doesn't even seem to notice it. It just kind of like thunks into its chest and clatters. Anyway, my mistake. Hatsumi gets one move or standard. Well, you use your move, so you have a standard action.
I'm going to take -1s on, or -2 on the attack and a -1 on the damage for this. Because it is not a merciful.
I see. Okay. So -2 on the attack means that's a 9 to hit,
Yes.
which He's flat-footed. It does not. It just sails past his head. You react a little too fast, and so it just whizzes over top. Failing to hit, it's a surprise round. He doesn't get to go, and now the Gentle Reaper has a full round action as initiative proper resolves and the creature begins lurching your direction.
Did Myriad go?
Yeah, Myriad has a held action.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna do this again.
Okay. A 22 definitely.
Nope. 20.
A 20 still definitely wide connects. Damage 2 is your sneak attack, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit this thing pretty much like in the like brain pan. The kunai bounces off. It doesn't seem to penetrate his flesh, but like you hit him where you hit him, because I'm about 90% sure precision damage beats DR. He's mostly unaffected, but staggers a little as he continues to just like lurch your direction. And you have a move action.
You all might want to get out of there. That is the thing. Because I don't seem to be doing everything that should be happening.
If there's no move action, we pass to Myriad. Who continues to hold?
Yeah, it didn't move.
It hasn't moved yet, no. It's at the very bottom of the initiative and couldn't act in the surprise round.
All right. And did we decide that this thing like can't be hurt by normal weapons?
It looks like it took a little bit of pain from when the Reaper attacked just now, but most of it was not.
I'm trying not to metagame right now.
Knowledge checks are free actions. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So
I want to try something against it.
Okay. Again, talking is a free action that can happen at any point.
What kind of knowledge check do we need?
Nature is a good one. Nature is pretty much the name of the game right now.
Okay. Well, that's not me. So
Fair.
I guess I'll try and attack it.
Okay.
While I still have a sneak attack option, given that sneak attack works.
Fair enough. We'll resolve Trin's knowledge check in just a second. We'll be very happy that natural 20 was removed from Tim's attack out of the RNG.
Okay.
Right here. And
okay. An 18 does connect. You are able to do a little more damage to it. Again, what are you attacking with? A Keen Wakizashi. Okay, fair. So what did you roll? You rolled a 10, just to be sure. So you draw your sword as you move up and you cut into it. You can feel it as your arm connects with it. There's a lot of the force can't quite go through. Like his fur flesh is a little too matted to cut into. But it does take... You hit it in like... probably a very practice action to like cut at the neck. And you hit where vital, whether or not it's in some stages of death or otherwise, you hit it somewhere that it needs to function, and it does recoil back.
Okay. So the sneak attack did do a little extra as well?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I needed to know.
And then
okay, I'm about it then.
As we pass to Trin, racking his brain, knows that this is probably a very direct relation to when Garrick Argentum was given the package and became an aberrant werewolf monster. It certainly has the silver resistance that a werewolf would, though it's not truly a werewolf. It seems to have like things you would expect from the undead, things you would expect from something along the lines of like a like a Gug or other aberrant creatures that live far and away in the darkest corners of the earth, and also some of the traits of the undead. You also probably can rationalize out that, like, yeah, you can. You've got an extra 20. Of course you can. You know all the things. This thing, if Garrick was a carrier and created this, it stands to reason this guy probably also is a carrier of what turned him into what he is now. You don't want it to bite you.
Fair enough, but okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure about the action economy for this.
Okay.
Can I drink a potion and attack?
There's a trait
Oh,
turns
okay.
it into a move action, or I think it's a house rule, because I think somebody said something somewhere who's more important than me about how extracts are supposed to be like spells. But if you had like a prehensile tail, or again, there's definitely a trait that lets you, I think it's called accelerated drinker, that lets you drink as a move action. Otherwise it's a standard.
Oh, and I also need to ready the rapier.
Mm-hmm. Which you can draw a rapier as a part of a move action. So like you could move up to him, draw the rapier, and stab in if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Alrighty.
And the rapier I have has weapons blanch of silver on it.
That's relevant, as you know.
Well, I figured as much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and if this is okay, with rapier, I can do dex to hit and dex to damage
Correct.
with finesse.
Those are Tommy's house rules. Light weapons are automatically dexterity to attack and damage because down with taxes.
Thus,
Okay.
how to do so much damage.
I was at first. I'm like, wait, how you do this? But
Okay. Because it's dex, I'm just going to roll it off the ranged.
sure, makes sense. A 22 is just outside your threat range, but does connect.
Okay. Okay.
So a rapier is
even though my threat range with a rapier begins at 18,
and you rolled a 17 on the dice. In the parentheticals,
natural.
it says 17. Yeah, you do connect though. You definitely hit the thing.
Okay. And damage is 1d6 piercing.
Yep. Plus your dex.
Okay, so
Okay, so the three is enough. It didn't have a lot of hit points before your dex is added. I think this is the first time I've asked anyone in the package, but as Trin moves forward, I need you to flavor that kill.
as I take a step forward, I do the full fencing lunge, stick it underneath his chin, point comes out from behind its ears, half quarter twist of the blade, pull down and step back.
And it kind of
it just crumples.
It does, in a heap on the ground, convulsing. An initiative is removed right before, like as this happens. It's with the hunger of a werewolf, but the mindlessness of a zombie. Arms forward, jaw like broken, distended, like a snake. When a snake eats a mouse, it just down into Myriad, but isn't able to try to bite into him as it drops. This is where we're going to call it for today, with the beast slain, because that's a really good stopping point, and it's also right at the hour mark. So hey, remember, if you're watching on Twitch, it's Black Dragon Gaming for all your Pathfinder 1st, 2nd, and if you want to watch two barbarians chew things up in Kingmaker, because apparently that breaks the meta CRPG needs. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Are they
for more content.
barbarians or are they fighters?
They're 3 levels of fighter, so they can have the 2-handed, so they can get big old vital strike, double strength damage, and then the rest is barbarian.
Oh, wonderful.
It's super mean. But for now, that's enough about that. Say bye, guys.
Adios.
Later.